what would be the Jinkx Monsoon platform?
Fire all the men. You brought this on yourself.
Jinkx, hello. We are so excited to talk to you today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be talking.
Of course, you just came off a long run in Pirates on Broadway. I know that you wanted to take a break when that was done. Where are you emotionally, physically? Tell us about it.
I am actually exactly where I want to be. You know, taking time off is something that people tell me I should do. It's not necessarily something I want to do. I love working, especially when the work is as good as this. You know, Pirates was a dream job. That cast and crew and the whole production was just the highlight of my day every day. And now rehearsals have been the highlight of my day every day because I'm stepping into another production with nothing but the best of the best. And furthermore, it's like, you know, it's the masterpiece of my friend Cole Escola. Like I not only feel excited and honored and trusted and respected, but I also feel like the sense of responsibility that comes with being the first lady.
Yeah, when did you first see the play?
I don't know when. I know it was a while ago. At the Lortel downtown when I first saw it with Cole and the whole original cast. And I just knew then that it was going to Broadway. I knew then that Cole would be nominated. I knew the moment Cole was nominated that Cole would win. You know, it was just...
Well, say more about that, because I feel like it was a fairly unlikely story that this kind of weird, fringy show became a big mainstream hit.
All I've known how, the way I've best understood it is this is Cole's Jinkx and De La holiday show, you know? And I think artists, when you pour yourself into something that represents you as an artist, it has amazing potential. And when you keep it authentic to what you set out to do with it, it has boundless opportunity. You just have to believe in it so much that you don't listen to the people who tell you, that's never going to happen, you know? Mm-hmm. That's become the theme of my 30s. Don't listen to the people who told you not to do it, because doing it is doing something.
It's funny you talk about authenticity, because something that I've always loved about this play is it's so funny and stupid, but there's also a very real heart undercurrent to it. And I'm reminded of, I'm sure you saw after your All-Stars, All-Winners Snatch game, somebody tracked down your makeover guy that you talked about.
Oh, yeah, Dave.
That had said that he killed Judy Garland.
You see, there's a veteran named Dave who's been on your show, and he said he was worried that he killed me.
I think I might have killed Judy Garland.
And asked him what you thought about that. And his answer, which I thought was surprisingly refreshing and nice, was something about that when a drag queen embodies a character like that it's almost like a real part of them comes into your soul, even though it's a joke. And isn't that kind of a little bit the magic of the best drag, that it exists on both planes?
You know, again, that was just me trusting my intuition and doing what I really thought was the best thing to do in that moment. I thought, well, first of all, I went into Snatch Game thinking, leave that on the back burner and only bring it up if things are going well. Because if things are going well, they'll go with you on that journey. If things are going poorly, you're gonna have to somehow grab everyone's attention and make them remember Dave from 10 years ago. But luckily, I felt in the moment, I'm like, now is the time. Do it. Turn to camera and say, Dave, let it go. And it felt real. I felt like it was special. And I was kind of anxious because I was like, I hope Dave doesn't feel like she's bringing it up again. But instead, Dave came on my podcast and we talked about what you were just mentioning, that, like, you know, It was a special moment, and he was a special part of my experience on my first go at television.
I feel like it speaks to like when you're playing a role like that, whether it's Judy Garland, Little Edie, there's like she's funny and it's funny and I think it's funny, and also you can tell that you love them.
Yeah, I think just what you were saying about the script of Oh Mary, that it's very fun and silly, but there's heart and there's truth and there's just nonstop honesty, right? There's so many characters with so many desires and trappings, and they all find time to just let it all out, you know?
Yeah.
And in that you see the truth behind every crazy thing that they're doing. And that's just like, you know, when you can ride that fine line between madcap comedy and brutal honesty, it's really something special. What was the original question? Oh, impersonating people. Yeah, you gotta love them, but you gotta know what's so beautifully true about them. You know, I only want to impersonate a character if something really resonates with me about that person, you know, and usually it's that person's honesty or that person, you know, overcoming adversity. I mean, I don't know that that's true for every character I do. That's sounds very altruistic for a person who tells dick jokes for a living, you know what I mean?
A little bit, I do. So tell me, in rehearsing, obviously you'd seen the play, everybody's seen the play, we love it. What have you learned about Mary by actually getting ready to play her?
We are all Mary. We are all Mary. Trying to break out, have our moment in the spotlight. We all have someone trying to hold us back. But if you find a way to break out and get into that spotlight like you know you deserve to, it makes all the difference. And also, I'd say it's okay to be a cunt every once in a while.
I certainly agree. Needless to say. Well, I've been seeing a lot. People have described your impending joining the production as the Jinkx Monsoon Administration.
Yeah.
Which made me wonder, what would be the Jinkx Monsoon platform?
Fire all the men.
Including me?
I'm just telling you what my administration would do. Fire
She's
all the
correct.
straight cis men. None of you work anymore. You're now all stay-at-home fathers. If you don't have a kid, we'll find one for you. There's plenty. You've had a good go. You really screwed the pooch on this one, and we're taking over. And you have no one to blame but yourself. You brought this on yourself.
What do you think is going to set your Mary apart from the many wonderful Marys that we've been able to see so far?
She's me. I don't know. I'm teasing. Well, you know, I am a trans feminine actress entering the world of Broadway in a very fun, very loving and supportive way as of recent years. And I've lived a lot of life, you know. I got a lot of stories to share, and Mary has a lot of overlap, at least in my own delusions, you know. Like, in the delusions we tell ourselves, we are all Mary.
But living in those delusions, does it make you feel better to explore that in this play, or is it? How do you process your own delusions and your own similarities to her as you're acting her out?
I guess the fact that I'm starring in a Broadway show in a giant hoop skirt. And I cannot tell you how happy that makes me. Mm-hmm. And so the joy of Mary lives in me wearing her oppressive costume, honestly, because I never thought anyone, you know, I think of the movie All About Eve and the costume that Bette Davis is wearing at the top of it. You know, she's in this giant ball gown with a giant hoop skirt and this wig, and now I'm wearing something like that because I'm the leading lady on Broadway. That's enough. Like, that's all I need. A hoop skirt.
Who are the leading ladies that inform your marrying?
Oh, Meryl Streep is Madeline Ashton in the film Death Becomes Her. Betty Davis as Baby Jane. Emma Stone in Poor Things. And Betty Boop a little bit. And Olive Oil a little bit. And Madeline Kahn is just a constant in everything I do, comedy.
Lovely, lovely. Well, thank you so much. We can't wait to see your performance.
Thank you. I can't wait to perform it.